About to give you kind of a little bit of an enlightenment right now. 1 Kings 19:7, there was an old, fat, hairy guy by the name of Elijah who was a prophet. He was very courageous, committed totally to God. He was a man's man, and he loved God more than he loved his own life. He learned that God can speak more frequently in whispers than big shouts. That's the good part. Now the bad part is that Elijah chose many times to work by himself. He didn't surround himself with people. And at times he felt isolated and alone. Elijah experienced the depths of fatigue and discouragement just after his two great spiritual victories: the defeat of the prophets of Baal and the answered prayer for rain. Often discouragement sets in after a great spiritual experiences, especially those requiring physical effort or involving great emotion. To lead him out of depression, God first let Elijah rest and eat. Then God comforted him with the need to return to his mission to speak God's word in Israel. Now, let me ask you this. How many of us have been on a very high spiritual mountain only to become discouraged sometime after that? Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. You guys probably got your butts kicked over the past week or so, right? Okay. All right. So, let's start and read this. Chapter 19. When Ahab got home, he told Jezebel what Elijah had done and that he had slaughtered the prophets of Baal. So Jezebel sent this message to Elijah: May the gods also kill me if by this time tomorrow I have failed to take your life like those whom you killed. Elijah was afraid and fled for his life. He went to Beersheba, a town in Judah, and he left his servant there. Then he went on alone into the desert, traveling all day. He lay down under a solitary broom tree and prayed that he might die. He says, I have had enough, Lord. Take my life, for I am no better than my ancestors. Then he lay down and slept under the broom tree. But as he was sleeping, an angel touched him and told him, Get up and eat. He looked around and saw some bread baked on a hot stone and a jar of water. So he ate and he drank and he lay down again. Then the angel of the Lord came again and touched him and said, Get up and eat some more, for there is a long journey ahead of you. Welcome to tree 197. Elijah had a decision to make right then. Now let me tell you, and we're not going to talk about Elijah, we're going to talk about the next part of his life. But let me tell you where he was at. Broom trees about this tall. So it's not like he crawled up under an oak and nap. He was so depressed, down, and discouraged that he got down in a fetal position and he laid about like this and he said, Lord, take me, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. Now imagine how low you'd have to be to crawl up in a fetal position and say, just take me, because I don't want to do this. I can't do this anymore. The Lord said, hey, I'm not done with you. I want you to get up. And he had a decision to make right then and there. The decision would change the outlook of history through one man.